Finally, we need to train the client on how to use the system. Inside your billing screen, you will see that you have like emails that you can just copy and paste for each step of the project that is going to train them on how to use the system. Now, more than this, I can tell you that we're already training the client. So we saw what happens when a user is landing on the website for the first time and how we're taking them through a flow that shows them a short video and explains to them what they need to do. But if you want to be extra sure, extra safe, you can send them these emails that are going to explain to them exactly what to do, depending on where you are in the stages of the project. You can click here and it's going to download this as a Word doc as well. When we want to train our clients, we want to make sure that we are in control of that relationship. This means that we want to guide them as to what is expected of them at every stage of the process. This means that if they are steering away or they're trying to create their own system that doesn't comply with the systems that we have put in place within our own businesses, then we got to put them back on track. So it's like when you would go to like a retail shop and you would tell the guy that you wanna return this item, but you don't have a receipt and you don't know where you bought it and you don't know what's going on, and you bought it on and it's broken in half, right? So they have a system that says no, you can't do that, or you have to, or let's say it does want to replace it, but there is a form that needs to be filled out. So it's going to give you the form and you're going to fill up the form and then you're going to do this. So there's a procedure, there's a process that you need to comply with, and that is the same thing for the client. The guy at the retail shop is not just going to take the broken thing and give him a new one. He has steps to follow, and so does the client that he is serving. So we are no different, even though we might not be at the same size or scale. We are providing a service to another party, and we have to make sure that we are taking full ownership and responsibility over that relationship. So if they are sending you a text, sending you a WhatsApp message, you can either direct them into email within the support desk, but even better, tell them just go to the website and point out where it is. And then they say, well, I just sent you here, but like there's gonna be a lot of back and forth. Just go and point it out over there. Here's the link, right? So even if it requires an additional step from you to put them on the right path initially, it's gonna be the right thing to do in the long run, because you want to get them into that habit.
I think you can, if you do want to take that extra step, you might as well create so if you know what they're talking about, let's put aside if they are confusing you in terms of what they're asking, but let's say you know specifically what they're requesting, create that task yourself, then get the share link, send it to them and say, hey man, it'd probably be better if we discuss this on the task itself. I've created this for you on the front end, please go here. And that will show them the power of the platform without you needing to force feed it to them or like shove it down their throat. It's like showing them the power of it and they'll realize, wow, this is really cool, I should be using this, not WhatsApping. And if you do that every time they WhatsApp you, sooner or later they will get the message, okay, I'm just going to use the system, because the client will realize they're wasting their own time by doing that.
Yeah, and basically once they get the hang of the system, it is going to save like not a few seconds here and there. It's going to save like days of back and forth and shorten the workflows for both of you and them. So you want to make sure that they are able to see the value that you're providing to them by doing this. Now, I would also tell you about training the client is something that I've recently learned from our users. A lot of users are introducing the system during the initial sales call or during the initial discovery, or both. Basically, you show them, here is how we're going to be collaborating when we get started, or from this point on. And this gives the client the confidence, and they see your logo on that system, they see your colors on it, and it shows a level of care that you have put into not only how am I going to build a website, but how are we going to actually deliver the service. And so I would definitely encourage you to do this, or at least to try this as part of the sales process and the discovery flow, because I've been hearing that this is helping a lot of users to close deals just based on showcasing a simpler way of collaborating instead. Because a lot of clients have done this stuff before. They tried to build a website, they got burnt by a different developer or designer, or they experienced how difficult it is to take those screenshots, to annotate this, to do back and forth, to send this all. It's just a nightmare for both sides. It's not just your nightmare, but it can easily, not having the proper system can easily become the client's nightmare as well. So you want to show this to them early on, and this way it would make sense later on.